Hello everyone and welcome to SkySaga. Well, it's the stream obviously of SkySaga Infinite Isles, and I am your host, Boomkin, but joining me today is also...
Pesty. Hey guys, how's it going?
Cool, so... Oh, good lord, you guys asked a ton of questions. Ignore that, it's fine. You guys asked a ton of questions, which is awesome, that's exactly what we wanted. For you guys to be crazy and ask loads of questions, and you didn't disappoint. Now, unfortunately, we can't answer all the questions, but we are going to answer as many as possible. Now, the other questions, as Scott said on the forum thread, would be answered later on in his monthly post that he does. He said, "Oh, Val, thank you for hosting this. It's awesome of you." So today, how we're going to be doing this is we're going to go through the questions that you guys have asked, and you'll see them pop up one by one. In fact, there's the first one there. We'll answer those questions, and we'll go through them all. And we'll show some cool concept art, and then we'll go on to interviewing Pesty here. But yes, hello everyone. I can see, everyone is kind of hosting us, and good lord, there's a load of yous. Hello everyone. I keep forgetting I've got tinsel on my desk.
You can see the tinsel from there.
But I can see it at the corner of my eye, and it just twinkles just that little bit. But so as you can see, I guess we'll start off with our first question. Yeah, tons of people hosting, following. Actually, for everyone who's, and it's up to you if you want to, everyone who's followed us, and I can see you all here, like Drazo, Rusty Nighthawk, Shoe Squid, Daracob, F Phantom, Talos, Jarrow, Hazelnut Fox, Val for hosting, and Daddy-O for hosting. You guys are awesome. That's some confetti.
Nice.
I get to clean that later. Alright, cool. So I guess we'll crack on.
Yes, go for it.
Don't want to keep you guys in suspense, so we'll start off with obviously the first question, and that was, will there be more stories implemented in the upcoming beta? Well, as you know, we've throughout alpha we have like little bits of story here and there, and like the Shattering, we brought that in alpha, so we've always been developing and adding on to the story. So I imagine, story may well be adding on.
Yeah.
Would you say? You might say it's have to wait and see what we've added, but things have been added because obviously we like to have a cool story. Oh, and David, Daweed, because it's a W. Well, thank you for following us and supporting us. You're awesome too. Confetti. So we are obviously always improving the story and making it awesome, and you'll see some cool stuff in beta. Hopefully, I can't tell you what it is, but you'll like it. I hope. Next question. So this was asked. I know. This was asked, and people were very much like, "We want to know." So I guess the answer is it's pretty simple, really. I mean, you've all watched the cutscene at the start where you're running away and this thing's going off and this bell's going ding ding ding, and then you're slowly getting away, and then Eva stays behind to fight with the Rawbone so you can escape. It kind of says it all, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's no noble sacrifice without a sacrifice.
We left it ambiguous.
That's true.
In all fairness.
Right now we're saying probably that she probably doesn't survive, but we left it, as you say, completely ambiguous. So she might do. She might come back. I mean,
she's a very popular character.
She definitely is a very popular character. Very cool looking character.
She was cool. Yeah, it was great kind of design in it. So yeah, it'd be sad if she didn't come back.
So
please.
So much. But it'd be pretty cool. Van, I can see you asking. I can see loads of people asking it. So, as I said in the forum thread, we don't have an announcement or any news on a release date for beta, whatever you want to call it. Today, that's not what this is about. Today, we're just answering your questions about, I guess, what's going to be coming and what we can do for that. Trying not to say too much.
Well done.
But I hope that my name's evil too, says Hazelnut Fox. Oh really? You survive. You're fine. You're okay. Eva in the game, maybe not so much. Maybe she'll come back and she'll have a giant spike for an arm.
Rawbone version.
Could be. I mean, that has happened in some of the those mastery quests. No spoilers though. I won't say who. No, I guess you could watch videos. Anyway, next question. I guess. Would you like to read this one?
Will we see more combat variety?
That's a good question. Okay, so obviously throughout the whole alpha process, we were working on combat almost consistently, improving it. So you might have seen like we had combo attacks, and then we had that kind of like charge bar where you do like huge, mega cool attacks. So combat is definitely something we're always working on. And more importantly, let me just read this so I can get it exactly right. Firstly, we have always been working on a combat system, as I said, and it's awesome. We'll continue to do so, because balance is always important, and certainly feedback from you guys is very important. And we like to see how players like fight raw bones and stuff. And when beta comes, new additions to combat will happen. I can't say what, but I hear you guys like throwing balls of glowiness. It's alright. There's an answer for it later.
Yeah. There's more variety being added into the combat.
There's definitely more cool variety.
Yeah, I think we're always looking to expand it out as well. It's going to be a progression thing and seeing how people play the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's probably best as much as I can really say at the moment, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because we cover it a little bit later on as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I don't want to reveal what's going to be said later on, but yes, as you say, we're always looking to improve it and stuff. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Plus, it's good because like if we find something that's imbalanced, and obviously we want to hear about it and change it and work on it that way. All right. Oh, so this was asked. Now the exact wording for this question was very different because it was a Firewolf Senpai. Yeah. But will the Firewolf return? So we don't currently have any plans to bring back the Firewolf, but that doesn't necessarily mean they won't, because it looked cool.
I was disappointed in the answer, to be honest.
You were disappointed?
I was disappointed in the answer. I love the Firewolf. Got a special place in my heart of the Firewolf. So
I remember fighting him quite a lot in the mountain kind of adventure when it was in the forest and stuff, and sometimes the Firewolf was a real tough character.
It was awesome. It's one of our first, I think, the first big creatures we ever sketched into an animatic for how the game could play. Yeah. So yeah, it's special to me. So yeah, I'll fight on behalf of the community to get him back in if that was the decision made.
So if ever you make any kind of feedback about Firewolves, remember to tag someone in and be like, "Hey, remember when you said that on stream?"
Yeah, exactly.
Committed yourself now.
I know, yeah, I'm in trouble now.
But it's alright, because it's pretty cool. Maybe, as I say, no current plans, but, things change. Things change. Alright, so I guess we'll move on to our next question. Please. There we go. Alright, let me just actually double check on chat. Daddio asks a question. I will just pick these up randomly. How's the blueprint stuff coming along? It's pretty cool.
Still there.
Yeah, it's still there. It does stuff. You can still, as was in Alpha, still put Lumo stone and stuff in it, like that was in Alpha 10. You can still create things inside it and, make your blueprints. So blueprints still exist. I guess that's the easiest way to say it.
Yeah.
Blueprints are cool. We like blueprints. Yeah. I like blueprints. Makes things a lot simpler. Because, you know what I mean. But yeah. Yeah, so I guess the next question. Are mounts on the minds of the developers?
I've read that a few times, to be honest.
Are they on your...
Always on my mind. Yes, always on the minds. I know we've drawn some concepts in the past of, I think actually it was in the one of the Christmas cards.
Oh yeah,
there was a battle bear, like a Christmas.
Yeah.
Was it a battle? Was it a bear?
I think it was like a giant yeti.
Was it a yeti?
It looked like a yeti. It looked scary and like it was like.
Yeah, riding a sheep. Yeah, that'd be good too. Yeah. Oh, actually, we did that as well once. We had a comedy ship, comedy kind of sheep kind of thing going. Yes.
Diva there riding a sheep.
I think definitely. I think we want to make sure that there's a reason to do things. Yeah. And that's obviously the priority. You kind of want to make sure that you're following the steps of putting things in place into a game first before putting something like mounts. Make sure there's enough for you to run to and from.
Yeah, makes sense.
But also mounts are just cool, so there's also that. There's also just the cool factor.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I guess the answer to that question is yes, we are thinking about them, but it's just figuring out where they sit in the priority list and where that'll be.
I think the stuff that chat's mentioning here, like griffins and dragons, it's making sure there's something we can do with them, and there's all the things that you can imagine. You guys can imagine that we'd like to do with the game. We have the same feelings ourselves. It's just a matter of getting through that big backlog of ideas and priorities as well. So.
Yeah, it's just a matter of priority. So yes, so I guess the answer to that question is, it's on our minds. We know, and I agree with Kadria here because I actually wrote this down. Cad, you say giant chicken mounts, please. Yeah. And I wrote, I hope one day I can ride around on a giant battle chicken.
Nice. Armoured.
Obviously, it's a battle chicken. Of course, it's got to have armor.
Yeah.
Got to have chicken. What would it be? No, anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's just a matter of, I guess, prioritizing it, time, and making sure that they fit in the game. And as you said, that there is somewhere to go to. It's so you're not just sat there going, well, guess I'll move 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is I guess a big one. Let me just double check here. So the question is, I should have removed that hyphen. Anyway, will PvP in the Gladiators Guild be re-implemented? So this is kind of like a 2-part question, I guess. So you will be able to engage in PvP come beta, but the Gladiators Guild probably not so much. At least not in beta. Yeah, I think that's
I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll be able to do some PvP, but whether it's the Gladiators Guild or not, we don't have any current plans for that. But as I say, it's all about you'll be able to do things. And there's a question later on that will hopefully shed a bit more light with the answer as well. But yeah, let me just double check on chat. Have you seen anything?
What?
Chat. The peoples.
Will there be ducks in the game? I've got a delay on my thing. I think I've got a delay on mine.
Ducks? No, that's the last question. That was by Angel. I mean, it's a good question. I don't know. Maybe one day. I would never rule ducks out. Quack.
That's quite weird. I don't think we've ever thought about ducks before, to be honest. It's a good point. It's a natural progression. Right, I should write that down. Ducks.
Ducks versus chickens.
It's a natural progression of chickens. Waterborne chickens.
Huracan says, hi Dev. Hello.
There's no delay on chat, I'm being silly. Sorry, it's just he's got a delay on his video screen. It's freaking me out. I have a delay on video.
Sorry, this is live. Yeah, that's a delay of like 7-8 seconds or so.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, so you'll see me suddenly go like that, and then like a couple seconds later you'll see me do it on there.
What a noob.
But as Strathina does say, there's no delay on chat, silly.
Yes, so that's why.
All right, yeah. So this is the next question because I clicked it up. And will SkySaga have a magic system implemented? So magic itself is a broad thing. You can't just pin it down to just it's this thing. It's a bigger concept than that. I feel. So I'll read what I wrote because that's a good answer. I like my answers. So here's what I said. SkySaga has been slowly becoming more magical. You might have noticed when we brought in Lumo Stone, or even the fancy wizard outfits, which we'll see later on in concept, but you'll have seen those actually in last alpha, because there was like the cool hats.
There was
and
a few, wasn't there?
Yeah. It was like cool armors and stuff. But yeah, so like those cool outfits, but without giving away too much, you will be able to use magic in some form in combat. As you may remember our previous question about combat variety. The dots, the connecting.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to,
No, I think you're right. I think the system is probably.
Yeah, and of course.
Not the right word, but our game is becoming a whole lot more magical.
I mean, just like Lumo Stone, for example, we're expanding that a fair bit as well.
Yeah.
There are some cool things come. We're not saying anything about that today, but. In like the next,
you can see a lot of it on the Instagram posts that are.
Yeah, Instagram's really good.
Yeah.
And I think soon we're gonna have some things showing more some stuff like in a stream, maybe a blog. Keep an eye on our channels, guys. That's where stuff pops out, not just here, but that's pretty cool. Let me just. Angel says I saw concept arts of potions.
Yeah.
You'll see those again soon. Don't worry. Victoria Rachel, hello. He says, "Are the kitties still the best tribe?" I mean, they were never the best tribe.
I don't know, man. Female cat race.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Usually my choice.
Keep forgetting that. But come on, I mean, human beards.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
beards are cool.
Yeah.
Although it was all about the lizards for a while when lizards were new. But you know, they're still cool. They're still there. They have a place. All right. So yeah. So I hope that answers that question. So, and this is a good question actually. I wasn't sure we'd ever get asked this, but it popped up. So, is there going to be race-specific attributes? So, like in a lot of the games, they have like races and they have different attributes, and it's not something that we've got currently planned, but it's not something we ever want to rule out as well, because maybe one day we will. Maybe we'll have something that's like like cats take less falling damage or something, something like that. But it's not something we've currently planned, but never say never, because you never know. Because we're building the game and developing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess we can move on, yeah?
Yeah, we are. Go for it.
Alright.
You're in charge.
Can you read that one?
Oh my god, my bloody leg again. Our player's going to be able to act hostile towards others, or at least challenge them to a duel.
So I guess this.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I guess the simple answer to this is, as we said, PvP is making a bit of a comeback in beta, so you will be able to be hostile to players again and challenge them to a duel. How specifically, I can't tell you, but you will be able to, I don't know, let's say find Pirate Scott and go hunt him down.
Yeah, I mean,
I support that.
Currently, there's been a lot of combat going on in the office. A lot of people fighting each other. So.
Lost a lot of good devs.
Yeah, so definitely.
There's been a lot of tests. Apparently, jump slash is a thing.
There's a lot of dueling. A lot of kicking and falling.
Lots of falling.
Lots of kicking and falling going on at the moment.
It's like we have islands, and people like to kick people. Kick was such a good thing we added. Yeah. I like kick. I like this. Anyway, sorry. Yes. So I hope that answers that question. Scott's happy about PvP. So is Diva. Val's happy as well. Val wants to hunt down Scott. Good. Diva, if you're not a huge fan of PvP, that's okay. There's plenty of other aspects about the game. One of the great things about our game is that you'll be able to choose what you do. Yeah. So never feel pressured to have to do it.
Yeah, we're still keeping the whole create, play, versus adventure. It's the game you know and love.
Yeah, and as I say, we're adding plenty of stuff, so there's going to be tons of stuff to do. But it's always there if you do ever think, give it a go. Because Scott's over there, and he needs to feel pain. Not that I'm, looking forward to getting Scott again. Definitely. But anyway, so I guess we can answer that question previously and now. So, this is a nice and easy one actually. Are we going to see monsters fight between each other in a natural environment? So we kind of already have that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That already happens.
Yeah, it's like if you have wolves, they see, I don't know, let's say a bandit or a robot, and they'll be like, tasty.
I think in all fairness, it's something we want to double down on in the future.
Yeah.
Because it's some of the most exciting gameplay where you can kind of you can cause aggro between different players or different enemies, should I say?
That's true. Yeah. Sometimes you can get them to do the work for you.
Yeah, that's always good fun.
So yeah, that's a nice simple question. No, this is Would you like to take this one?
I can. I don't know what the official answer was.
No,
you go for it. Go. I'll chirp in if I.
So, someone asked, will the standing... Oh, Kid Powercraft. Thank you for following us. Yours. Confetti gets everywhere, but that's okay. So, so will the Standing Stone, Portal, Megalith, the many names it's had, make a return for adventures? So, let me just double check. So we've always viewed it as a very iconic part of the game. Yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen like that CGI trailer, you'll know that we love it. I mean, we had Christmas cards of it. That was
it's in cool. Our logo.
It's in our logo. So let me just double check this. I know. I was just trying to. So we do believe that it has a place in SkySaga, definitely. Where that is, I guess we'll have to see, because the game is constantly moving, and we felt like it wasn't right for what it was being currently doing, and we moved away from that kind of adventure system. So we do still love it, and it is hugely iconic.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've had some good ideas where it can be used.
Yeah,
I know some that I'm really quite keen on. I've had some conversation with Ben about that as well in the past. We just have to see what kind of where that goes.
But we do love it, and we do. I'm going to just speak for myself briefly here. I remember the first time I ever walked up to it and put my keystone into it, and it went, and it spun and opened up, and it was just like, So
good stuff.
It's something that's very dear to all of us here, definitely. So we'll definitely look to see how we can get it.
Be a sitting stone.
Nice. It has been standing for a while. So I hope that answers your question. I mean, well, we love it. Are we getting more races? For beta, no. But for the future,
we do like the idea of that. I think the chat mentioned obviously about the rock column.
Oh,
and the plant people. And there's obviously so many more that we could do. And as an art team, it's massively exciting, but it's a big undertaking, such a huge undertaking to capture a new race up with the ones already there, all the hairstyles and styles and attachments.
The different way they kind of move, and it's like they have like, I don't know, let's say spikes for example. Then how does that work with their faces or their back or their backpack? So it's not a simple thing to do, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, love to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we've shown different races, like in that trailer and stuff, and we have giant posters of them just out there.
Yeah. The rock one's particularly a good favourite. I know people like the rock race.
Yeah, it's. I guess it comes down to like priority and stuff. So I mean, the races we've got now are amazing and great, and I don't see any reason in the future why we might not have more. In the future.
One thing we have been doing is really expanding out the amount of customization. For the current race set, so the variety of what you can choose now for the current races is really cool, and just keeps getting the hairstyle just keeps getting more and more epic, more and more epic every single time we build one.
There are some cool hairstyles. We need more beards though. Just saying.
We do have more beards.
Need more.
And more beards
there's
in
never
the pipeline
enough.
too as well.
There's never enough beards.
We have a conveyor belt of beards.
Slightly different.
We have beard specialists. Yes.
And this one has a tiny bow on the left. This one has a tiny bow on the right.
Oh man, you caught us out.
But so to answer your question, for beta, no. But like in the future, I mean, it'd be cool, and it might just imagine having to design like a whole new kind of race. I mean, the awesomeness behind that of like figuring out who they are and what they do and what they look like and what they can look like. It's something that's incredibly exciting. So, I can't say more. Yes, okay. I guess we'll have to move on. No shaving Boomkin. I will time you out. Tristina, time that guy out. Don't touch him. That Mintheth guy. All right, cool. So, this is actually a good one. Nice, easy one. So, will emotes have chat commands for people who don't want to use the F keys? So, as you know, currently they were in alpha, the F keys were used for all the emotes, and that's how you program them in. So you like press F3 and keep the wave and stuff. So the simple answer is we're going to be looking to put chat commands in so you can use those rather than just the F keys. I mean, the F keys will still be there because good functionality, but chat commands.
Yes.
/wave.
/wave.
I've no idea if it'll be /wave, but that's just what I imagine.
Sorry, what's going on now? I don't know what's going on here.
It's just emotes using command commands.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
That's all. I waved. Min says, Tristina, don't mute me. We are friends. Do it. Sorry, I'm just picking on Mintheth because he knows why. Anyway, Next question. Go here to there. Aha. So this was the question. If you remember earlier on when we were talking about it, this is the question we can go into a little bit more detail. So, are you eventually planning anything like magic, such as fireballs, either purely fantastical or like Lumo Stone based or something? That's how I'd ask that question. So that's why I left it like that. Let me just grab hold of this so I know exactly what I can say. Yeah, cool. So, simply put, we love magic, as we mentioned earlier on. And there will be kind of magical things coming in. As we said, like combat variety and stuff. I mean, there's a good example in that question of a ball that glows.
Sure.
Yeah. There's some lines there and some writing, reading.
Yeah,
trying to leave.
We've already got a really magical world.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like floating islands in the sky, and characters that fly around in, airship boats.
That's
cat races.
That's true.
That have no elbows.
Lumo Stone.
That use Lumo Stone.
Giant Lumo shield beam.
But we want to do so much more with it, and we already have done so much more with it. We've definitely expanded out the amount of magical props and items. Trying to tread carefully, I would say this, that the player can collect and use now.
And have fun with.
Yeah, they really are, and some of them are really much more out there than we've done before. We had Lumo Stone before, which was, this kind of megalith type stone with the kind of lines of power in for it, but we've expanded that out into different other types of magic. So
I guess
I think people really, really like it. It's really cool stuff.
I guess we wouldn't say that it's just one type.
No, it's
definitely
it's everywhere. Yeah,
it's like everything's got that little bit of
sparkle.
That's the word. Sparkle.
Confetti.
Confetti. Sparkle. Confetti. Let me just actually Did you see anything in chat?
No, sorry, I'm just catching up now.
Sorry, I keep forgetting we should.
Yeah, it's a good point. We've got summoners and skeletons. Stuff
Tricky
like
Taco says Lumo Stone guns. I mean, there's the dart trap that fires things, but I guess you're talking more about magical combat.
We've done a lot of when you're doing concept art for game development, you do a lot of stuff that's blue sky and speculative. Doesn't necessarily kind of fit into the game plan at the moment. But we've already done concept for a wide variety of weapons, some which are projectile based. But again, it's what you do as part of development. It's kind of what sticks or what's currently in plan. So I know there's quite a few things I'd love to see in around that area. So
chicken firing gun.
Yeah. And I think again our game world and our game lore, our story has progressed, so we can be more fantastical with what we choose.
Yeah, definitely.
Put in a chicken gun. Yeah.
Chicken gun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or just like a fire-breathing chicken.
Some kind of barrel-fed coconut firing.
But it has to be like kind of see-through, so you can see them all kind of just whirling around.
Yeah. I can imagine the monkey tribes with some kind of huge.
It'd be so good.
Some kind of banana sniper rifle or something.
Well, bark apples.
What?
I mean, we've got bark apples, which are kind of our... Yeah, because they're spiky and big.
Yeah.
Take one of those to the face of the head. But, oh, hey, Robbie. Hello. Hello, peoples. Hello. Don't worry, we see you all. We are kind of... Robbie says fire-breathing chicken boss confirmed. That's a concept. Very loose, probably not going to make it concept. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question about that. If you do have any specific follow-up questions, guys,
AJ,
just like kind of at SkySaga Games so it pops up, because we might miss it. Jay Truman says banana gun would essentially be a boomerang.
Yeah, it'd be bad for you, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah.
A good chance you would fire it and slip on it later. Probably, it's going to get you back, isn't it? Really.
Imagine if you do it, but it's just at that point where it's past its good, so it's a little bit brown, and it comes. Oh no. Or it's just not at the right. It's not ripe yet.
Slap somebody in the face with it.
it's just a bit too green, and it just. Oh.
I think we're going off piste with this one, aren't we? A bit.
A little bit. Robbie says magic when, as we said, probably
soon.
TM.
Soon TM.
Min says, because he's asked me, he says portal chicken art. Do we have any art in?
Portal chicken art.
Yeah.
Did we say portal chicken art?
I mean, portal chickens are something that's a very insider joke, but
I don't have it. Oh yeah, when they kind of hang around on top of the portals.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
that. What was that in? What alpha was that? Jeez.
that was like Alpha 1 to 3.
That was weird. I don't even
It was very
figured out
weird.
why that happened.
No one did. They were always just high in the rafters,
Yeah.
and it was scary because you'd be just walking through the room, and then from above your head, bark, 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 and you'd be like, "Hello."
I don't think the bug went into a final release where it had the chickens that lined up as well. I've got some screenshots of that. These are just like kind of they follow you and line up, wouldn't they? That was really bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was really because it made no sense how they got so high up, but they did.
Oh, they did do it. That was weird.
Very strange. Rascriel, let me just read your question first. Well, I guess to answer your question, stuff like the UI and stuff is always something we're developing and moving on. So, yeah, we don't have.
What was the question? I missed the question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll ask this question. Question about UI. Do we will have the opportunities to add like action bars to configure icons for different actions like emotes and stuff? I mean, you can already kind of configure emotes in the F keys anyway. But like, I guess he's asking for a more customizable UI.
Sure.
But I guess because our UI isn't 100% where it is now, because obviously we're still working on it yet.
Yeah.
We can't really give a specific.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how much we can say about that. I mean, the
Yeah.
UI is undergoing. It's undergone quite an overhaul.
Yeah.
And there is more things that you can do with it to customize it to a degree. Maybe not to some of the degree you're describing there, but there is a certain amount of player interaction with it.
I guess without having a more finalized view of it, we couldn't answer that question yet.
No.
But do keep that question in mind for later on in the line, because it's a good question.
But
That's why
but I mean, you when you get to see more of the game, you will see how it has updated since you last saw it.
I hope that answers your question as much as we can. Val, question: more secrets in the City of Last Light? That. I mean.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, there are certainly many secrets there.
Yeah.
Without giving anything away. And Talk Well, hello, welcome. You say chicken minions, possible if that bug is expected they could be your. I mean, you can get chickens on your islands by putting cages down. I guess they're just a general nuisance then. Chickens are always a nuisance. But anyway, sorry, getting completely distracted. So this question here. More musical instrument types added to Lumo Stone. So you know the way we've got like the sound things. Let me just double check.
This one felt like it was more talking about the actual. Was it the keynotes? Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a few different ones. Like you got the ones for like alarm, and you got like the chime ones that go doon 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 doon. I think it's more the doon 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 doon. So
I'm glad you did that.
I'm a musical master.
Aside from that, I know we do have some. I mean, they've already been on. I think the Instagram page, haven't they? There's more in the interactable.
That's right.
Instruments.
Yeah, and I think we've got some concept of them in a little bit as well.
Yeah, there's a few more of those you can play with, make sounds with. There's some more than that.
But in terms of Lumo Stone, maybe in the future. I mean, if it'd be cool. I mean, yeah, I can understand what you're saying or what the question was. I mean, imagine if you had one, and this is just me purely spitballing here, so don't please take it as confirmed. Imagine if you had one for like like chickens or something. So like you could rig up with like a doorbell, so when you open the door it goes or something.
Yeah, like the sound effect ones. I think that'd be great for people theming their islands.
Yeah,
I've thought similar. I think at the moment it's just a matter of priorities. There you can either expand an existing function, which is cool, or you can put something that's completely new that allows for a lot more variety of gameplay and games to be made. So I think at the moment we're looking to expand the variety of gameplay rather than expanding a particular feature.
Which is why
always, but
completely. Good lord, I touched something. Anyway, I say maybe in the future for exact same reason that Pesty just said there. It comes back to like when we were talking earlier on about like with the mounts and stuff. It's just knowing those priorities and getting them in there. But I mean, we agree it'd be cool. All right, so thank you. So the question is, will there be new builder mechanics such as minecarts on rails? Now this is a good question. This is a question actually people ask quite a lot, and the simple answer to this is keep an eye on our social media channels. We are adding. Let me just double check that I'm saying this. Yeah, so funny you should ask about that. Do you know we have Lumo, which brings about lots of creativity. We also have a dev diary, the very first one, coming out in the very near future that will reveal a specific new builder mechanic, as you call it. So yeah, we are adding new functionality stuff. As we said earlier on, there's new Lumo stuff coming in. But there is...
Specific.
Yeah.
Not at all unrelated.
No, of course. But there will be, a dev diary video coming out and some cool concepty stuff as well that may give you some hints. And no, the Facebook live stream, which I haven't given any details yet about, will hopefully feature these as well. Yeah. All right. Next question. Oh, double check. Pink Duffs a lot. Well, firstly, hello. It says Boomkin sound effects with Lumo Stone, please. I want those sounds on my island. I mean, just as we literally said, it's just figuring out like, especially his chicken impression. Oh, he wants my chicken impressions.
You shouldn't have done that now.
That's alright. I make chicken noises all the time. But as I said, just list of priorities. Maybe in the future, the chicken thing was just me, as I say, spitballing. It might never happen. I mean, I'd like it because I just like people to hear chicken noises whenever they jump out. But that's just me. All right. So anyway, are the shapes of the islands going to change, or are they staying kind of rounded? So I guess it's actually again a pretty easy one. So we have been testing out different island kind of shapes, without going into too much of that. But ultimately, it's all about giving you guys the tools and resources to actually shape your island. So I guess, if you just have a round one, there's no reason you can't turn it into a cube or like 24 cubes or whatever that all link up together somehow. So I guess, we don't want to be too restrictive. I mean, we might have cool island shapes, might not, but ultimately for shaping islands, it's all about letting you do that and letting you run riot with your creativity and your imagination.
We're updating the flexibility of what people can do with their island shapes and their starting shapes.
But ultimately, build a thing. I don't know. Build a thing. I just like people building things.
Yes.
I will always encourage you to build things because then I get to see them, and then definitely not steal those ideas. Nope, never me. This is a good one. Will we get picture frames that we can put our own pictures in? So this is something actually we spoke about in Alpha. I think it might have actually been Sylvantis who mentioned it. It's always been something we wanted to do, and let me just double check. I literally just said that. That's good. You will have that ability. You will have blank picture frames you can put up, and then any in-game pictures you take with that camera, you can put into those. So
varying sizes.
Yeah, it's cool.
They're very useful. Very useful when you're kind of trying to produce builds that are trying to describe something or an instruction for another player.
Yeah.
Or trying to highlight something, or just if you want to decorate.
Or if you just want a picture of a sheep. But
actually works really well as a faux mirror.
A faux mirror.
To a degree as well.
Oh, because you could take your selfie picture of it. Oh, I never thought about
in
that.
Situation.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, as Pesty said, having it to help with your like with Lumo Stone stuff, like flick this and I don't know, some dark turrets turn off.
Find this thing, go here.
Yeah, find this thing. Yeah, or maybe it just shows like a sequence of things you've got to do, and you just got to flick it. Yeah. Like in a room with like 100 switches.
Yeah.
And it's like flick these 3.
Like I say, it's great for pictures of things things you've seen, your friends.
Yeah. And
chickens.
It's really chicken. If you want to take pictures of chickens, I guess, yeah. Chickens. So there's a simple question. Answer, yeah. And it's really cool. I've enjoyed playing with those. Oof, now this is a doozy. Will the City of Last Light be changed? And will we be able to jump into the Lumo Shield beam of light thing? I love the fact that they call it a beam of light thing. It's when people talk like I do.
It is a beam of light thing, though, isn't it?
It is just big. For a while, it wasn't even a Lumo Shield thing. It was just... It's a big light beam thing. Of course, now, obviously, it has a purpose. Which I guess it always was. It just... Actually, you know, it probably always did. Because I was a player at that time, I wouldn't have known it.
No.
Tricksy devs. Trixies. Alright, so I'll read this out. So, the Social Hope City of Light, City of Last Light, whatever you know it as, has always been a place that has evolved with the game. And beta is no exception. It will have changed quite a bit. And it is mighty fancy and magical. The Lumo Shield Beam thing will be there. And you might be able to jump into it. I mean, you'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. And then, let me know.
I'm sure that'll be revealed along the way, won't it, as well? And later.
Yeah.
Reveals.
What? Yes, later, but not now.
No. That's why I said later.
Yeah. Oh, I was doing that for their benefit, not yours.
Right.
I knew you weren't going to say it. Just so they knew it was a secret. Torokar, as we've said, and I think people have said here, we don't have a specific date release for. Yeah, go on.
You're right. I'll lose.
I ain't scared. We don't have any specific date yet, announcements, but just keep an eye on our social media channels. That's the best place to find out information for when we do release it. Alright, so, yes. So I've answered that. Good. Move on to this one. Can I tame penguins? I want an island full of them. I mean, you could have done that in alpha. You will be able to do it again in beta. So yeah, if you want an island full of penguins, yeah. Yeah. Enjoy your penguins. Will you keep making this game ever more awesome? Wait, you are. What am I saying? This is a question. So, it's great that people think it's awesome, and we will continue to add things that are awesome. As you know, we have a long list of priorities and of awesome stuff. It's just a matter of getting there and getting them in. Yeah. So, yeah, just keep on listening. Make suggestions as well. Good Lord. Give us feedback and suggestions. So, yeah, if you want the game to continue to be awesome, let us know. Just say, you know what, I really want a battle chicken mount. Not that I'm biased in any way, but, I want a battle chicken or a giant chicken. But that's just an example. So we do obviously read everything, and it is important. But it is a question, Deco. That's totally a question. Someone actually asked that. And more importantly, it is to say, tell us what you think when beta does eventually come out. Because we'll want to know. And are you guys planning to translate SkySaga to many languages? So we do actually have crowding. That means that we have a lot of awesome community members of which you can actually get involved to help translate the game and bring it into your native language, whatever that will be. So yeah, I think our mods and Scott will be posting a link to that. But if you want to help out and get involved in bringing the game to your native languages, please just follow the link. It's on the forum. You can just search for crowding. But yeah.
Scott, no idea, asks, I want a pet octopus, please, Pesty, thank you. I think that there may or may not be, maybe some items that are hexapus based in the beta. So.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah, that you.
Of course, you can't have any, Scott. We're gonna purposely make them so you can't have any. Daco, I can see you. I guess we'll just briefly say. I know you're asking a lot about like treasure amp and stuff, but until we're because we're still kind of developing it and figuring it out. Until we have something we want to share, then obviously we can't just yet. But I understand it's very important to you because you were saying this before the stream went live because I was reading it. So just I guess just keep harrying on with the question, because when we can answer it, we will answer it. So don't give up. Keep asking. Definitely.
I think it's worth taking away. I can see the question coming up a lot, so
yeah,
it's worth taking away, and then we can find the proper response.
Yeah, because I guess it's probably the worst thing we could do is give you a response,
yeah,
and then it be wrong, and then I guess it just make you more angry.
Yeah, I just do art, so I can't answer that question.
I mean, I'm just assuming you might not be angry. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but it's just reading what you were saying before, and I guess I don't want you to feel like you're being ignored. I'm trying to words.
Next question.
Yeah. All right. So this is just a silly one. It's the veins in my eyes are bursting in excitement for this. Do I need help? I'm glad you're excited. Please do seek medical attention. Oh. So will there be a feature that wasn't in alpha, something brand new for beta? Simply put, no, because there will be many.
Yeah, there's many. Yeah.
Yeah. So not just one, like many.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean the game has been cooking for a while behind the scenes, so you'd expect there to be some brand new things, and there definitely are, kind of a large number of them. So I think you'd be excited when you see it.
Definitely tune into a Facebook live stream. Definitely next Wednesday for big hint. So let me just switch over to this. So that's our Q&A section. Actually, that took 45 minutes. That was surprising. But hopefully we're asking. Dave says even Dutch. Yes. If you want to help translate Dutch, then please, crowd in good.
Plethora, good word.
Plethora. Oh, I love plethora.
Good word. Nice
Daddio says a whole plethora of new. Yes.
That's the word I should have used.
Yeah, that was a good word, Daddio. Sorry, it's just the way I said it. Alright, cool. So, yes, this brings us on to our, I guess, concept part, where we show things off and we talk briefly about them. So we will obviously just keep an eye on things. And Angel says concept art. So, we were talking about, like, hairstyles and stuff. So this is, well, it's a hat.
This is actually a hat. Yeah, this is actually a hat.
But...
I think it's kind of indicative of the way we're going.
Yeah.
So when we said magical, fantastical, we've got some fantastic artists on the team, like complete ninjas, and they're also very, very imaginative, and these are examples of the kind of things you can be seeing. So
yeah,
this is a Medusa-esque kind of hair hat.
I'm gonna.
Did I give it away?
No, that's fine. It's just I wouldn't say Medusa. I'd say what Shastina says, because I always say this. He said Gorgon.
Oh, Gorgon.
That's what the race of...
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to be really pedantic about it. Yeah, Medusa is a Gorgon. That's the mythological creature.
Yeah.
Gorgon.
And you'd also see a lot more animated and special effects applied to gear as well. So... I think there's a post coming up soon with this.
Yeah, with it moving.
Yeah, because I got to see. Oh, he's
gave it away.
Okay. So we're kind of put more effort into those items.
Yeah, but you can see it's cool. I won't give it a. I mean, I already kind of have a little tiny bit, but keep an eye on our social media posts for the non-concept version of it. It's pretty cool.
One of the sisters. My bad.
Yeah, welcome to Shastina. He's a good robot. So this is another one. So this is it looks like it's very kind of witch doctor-y kind of voodoo.
Yeah, so it's easy when you kind of think of magic just to think of, a wide-brimmed wizard's hat with moons and stars on the robe, but we want to kind of make sure we're kind of pulling from the kind of more fantastical, magical themes from around the world and from different time periods, different cultures.
Yeah.
Our game is kind of full of that already. We don't go for the obvious. We kind of like to pull from the most obscure and mix it in with our own style. So, here you've got something that kind of feels more like from like a South American, kind of like the lost civilizations of that area. But again, very cool.
Very cool. Sorry, yeah, I got lost in it. It's cool. It is. Victoria says, not seen this one before, and it says epic. Tricky Taco. Hello, I love that name. That one will boost your Lumo power. I mean, you'll look fly, because it's a bird.
Yeah. We added a lot more flexibility to the clothing as well. That means you can, I don't know how much to say it, you can wear what you like and not be restricted, not be worried about that you're perked up accordingly. So we want people to be able to wear what they want to wear so they can look their very best. Essentially have a large wardrobe of clothing that they collect. So we put a lot of effort into making a lot more cool gear. I'm probably saying too much, aren't I? You're going to throw something at me.
Sorry, I'm just reading chat.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm listening. It's alright, no, it's a good answer. I was just reading what Cerberus said. I don't think they're lost. In fact, I bet they know exactly where they are. Oh, silly. Alright, so cool. So I'll move on to this one. So this was actually mentioned earlier on in the chat, where we showed off the concept of potions, but also you can see obviously there's a mirror, some scissors, a comb, a brush. You know, who knows what these are for? Who knows?
Yeah, so in that comment in chat about seeing concept and, you know, wanting to know about the info of the game, you can find out a lot through actually the concept.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that you will be seeing in game, so deciphering from this what will be in the game and obviously what we're talking about. So yeah, there's
funny thing is actually that question works really well with what we're showing right now.
Yeah.
If you just see what it is we're showing, it gives exactly that future hint.
Yeah.
Because
so
what would they be?
I think this kind of summarises some of the kind of changes quite well. The kind of from an art point of view, the amount of customization features and the more magical, fantastical on the right there. So.
Kid Powercraft. We actually covered races earlier on. We don't have any new ones for beta, but that's not to say that we'll never have any new races, because they're awesome and they're exciting and they bring in whole new different aspects of the game. So yeah, no news. Yeah, but you know that's just beta. Who knows beyond that what they'll do or what we'll add? Because I mean they're really cool. We like cool things, and we like having you guys have cool things, because then you do even cooler things. Oh yeah, I remember adding this one. So this one's it's such a something that gets overlooked a bit, I guess.
Sure.
It's just like having those cool, crazy facial tattoos.
Yeah, and there's a kind of so before the facial markings and tattoos were kind of more revolved around the kind of the races themselves, but we've started to expand that out now into some stuff that's just for fun, some stuff that's more for self-expression, and some stuff that's kind of a little bit more mystical or crazy.
Yeah. I like the fact that, you know, as we can see here with the humans and the Arden and the Rolling, is that they're very different as well.
Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, very different. Yeah.
Which is really cool. So it's not just like, you know, everyone gets like a stripe. It's like no, they need to be like their own thing, because they have their own culture and stuff. So it's really cool. Like the crescent moon and, you know, the little jagged lightning bolt there.
Yeah, they're great.
It's cool. Sorry, I get excited about character customization. Vaz says, "Oh, hey Vaz, I love those tattoos. I agree." Christina says, "More tats." Val says, "Nice facial stuff." Tricky Taco says, "I see." Yeah. Vaz, you say, "Will PvP opened up on the release beta date?" As we said earlier on, you will be able to do PvP and fight other people and duels and stuff come beta. That's what I said, right?
I think so.
I think that's what I said. Someone's going to go back now and be like, "No, that's not exactly what you said. You're wrong." Actually, this is a good example of what we were talking about before. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is more a kind of more traditional kind of magical robe that you'd have. Very nice. Oh, actually,
yeah. So again, it's kind of like trying to find different ways to express the same theme actually, and this one is kind of, it's got the kind of, you can see there's definitely a recurring star theme there.
Yeah.
You can see it throughout the clothing, but it's also now expanding into the backpack design there. So I don't know how much of that is known about that actually.
The backpacks. I'm not sure, you know.
Yeah, so I don't know how much they give us.
The fact that Victoria Rachel just literally says here, ooh, backpack that matches.
Yeah, exactly. So backpack that matches. First. You heard it here. So yeah, again, you know, we'll occasionally we'll make just individual assets that feel fun, like the hairstyle you saw, the Gorgon hairstyle. But
hat.
sometimes sorry, hat. Thank you, Booby.
I said hat.
Yeah, so your fault. But sometimes we'll develop an entire outfit. Particularly if we've had a particularly nice design that we'd like to expand out and think actually, you know, this would make a good outfit. So people can come fully kit themselves up in it.
And to answer, sorry, I'm just going to answer this question here from Stredsta Planik. It says, okay, my questions again. Sorry if I missed them the first time. You asking about kind of endgame content and expanding the guild system. So we don't have any information about that today. But that's not to say in the future streams we won't have any information. That's all I can say today, unfortunately. But keep hold of those questions because they're good questions. Yeah, keep hold of them and just keep asking them. Please, I always say if we don't have an answer for you today, you know, ask it tomorrow because we might do. That's not. I might not have an answer tomorrow either, but the point I'm saying is, you know, keep hold of those because if they're important to you, then absolutely keep banging that drum of like, I want to know this. It goes for everyone here, in fact. So yeah, it's just important you guys, you know, feel that we do listen. And Vaz does notice something on the backpack about the little glass bottles with some liquid in.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And again, a lot more animation and movement in these items.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. We're moving on to the animated part now. This is pretty cool. I'll just ask this. See if I can. Could you're asking if beta will have the same kind of wipes and alpha and stuff? We don't know just yet. I think we previously said that beta wouldn't be, but we can't give any confirmed answer to that yet. We'll know, I guess, closer to the time to answer that because I know that is a fairly common question as well. But just hold on to that question and make sure you do ask it in the future. Yeah. So, would you like to talk about this cool throne?
Yeah, I mean, I guess most people have seen a lot of these kind of these paint overs on the social media site. So yeah, this is obviously this is one of the grand props. But here you can see like the way we kind of break down an asset when we're concepting them. We typically actually don't paint in colour. We work up, well, for props that is. We work up black and white because people can recolour. So what you're seeing there, those colours are literally to define the different materials that we build them in for use with the modelers. I mean, there's a whole kind of sheet that goes. There's different views from different angles, but yeah, that's what you're seeing there.
Yeah. I mean, as you can see, probably very quickly the old wooden, metal and that.
Yeah, metal wood fabric.
If you've ever made anything in SkySaga, you'll know that they each different color affects different areas.
Yes, we break them down like that.
It's a good visualization. I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, oh, that's terrible colors. But then I realized it was a little key, and it was like, I get it now.
Yeah, and this is one of the Arden items. So each area we theme the Arden being mainly like a Tudor look, the Gnarly being more like a Celtic Viking Norseman look, Bavami, Middle Eastern, Satsu, God, I'm trying to remember them all now. Satsu being Japanese, Asian, Sartep being more Egyptian. So each time we take an item, this is, if we did a throne that was running more from the other areas, we would look into designing cues that sells that location. So you'd find that one from Sartep would be made of stone and jewels.
Yeah,
some
that's right.
Kind of the animal motifs from that location. So
because that's more their kind of like background and culture. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I really like it when things like that are themed.
Yeah, it's really good fun to work through as well. I mean, the guys usually come up with sometimes a number of thumbnails, and then we kind of hone down on an individual item.
Thank you for the host, Robbie. It's cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's cool. Oh wait, I think I missed a question. There was a question earlier on that I didn't answer. Oh well, I must have missed it. Oh yeah, of course, this one as well. Yeah, it's because there was a question earlier on. Sorry, that I completely missed. They were asking about more. See, I've got it here. I can't believe I missed it because it was such a good one that led into this. Wow, I've ruined everything. I'm sorry, guys. It's ruined. Everything's on fire.
You can cover it another time.
The question was, with the announcement of interactive items being added, we will see more interactive chairs and tables and stuff. And I guess this is a really good answer to that. Even in Alpha 10, you were able to sit in chairs and sleep in beds and stuff. And with the drum we mentioned, which we'll see in a second.
Yeah, so I know I've been through the list of items that we already created and gone through and seen places where we can interact with them and the player can do things with them. We'd already started some of that, as you said, in 10. And again, that's expanded out in beta. There's a lot more of that. Now this is a good item as well.
Yeah, we can't tell you what it's for, but yeah.
But again, I think you can
cool.
see some people asking questions about magical and fantastical, and I think this is an example. This is I think people can probably. This is essentially a self-stirring cauldron. So,
Daco says not chairs, beds in 10. Well, chairs confirmed. Sharp as ever, Daco. Love it. Yeah, so it's, as you can see, it's very interactive. I like the fact that it's just a little jump.
Yeah, we had a chat about one point actually having it like, walk around on the spot. You can only make some of these idols so long.
Well, yes, Val. Magic is the thing. We like magic. Magic cool. Because otherwise, how's that spoon moving, or ladle?
It's a chicken cooking device.
Oh, and of course, this. Literally, your question literally ties into this really well. Yeah. Is magic a definite then? Maybe. I mean, it's definitely. No, how would we describe this? Some kind of fabricy sheet.
Yeah.
That defies gravity.
Yeah. That's the recognised name for that item. Yes. Sheet that defies gravity.
Sheet that defies gravity. Right here, guys. It's a pretty awesome little thing. And again, this is something that you'll be able to see on our social media channels. I think you can already see this, but there might be another thing coming soon that shows you a bit more.
I think that's it. A lot of the new items as well. They're a mixture of decorative and functional. So some items that just look damn cool.
Yeah.
And allow you to kind of decorate your island in interesting ways and themes. But some of them are functional items that you can make interesting mechanics with what you've seen now.
Sorry, I'm just reading them all. I believe I can fly in a whole new world.
Oh, nice! A whole new world. Electromagnetic carpets.
Oh, nice.
Helium. Yeah.
To answer your question, Torcar was asking if, the old system where you had item stats based on materials and stuff used, we don't have any answer for that just yet. But again, keep hold of it as a question. We might be able to give you a better answer in the future when we know more. Electromagnetic carpets. Zada TV. Will there be improvements on the first-person view? How do you mean? I mean, we did add things like the FOV slider and stuff, but I always thought first person was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always aware of.
We've had the simulation sickness.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Controls. We put a lot of work into that. But if there are certain things that you're experiencing that you would like to, or improvements you'd like to see, please post them on the forum, and we can pull all those requests and see what we can do with them.
Yeah, I completely agree. Feedback is incredibly important to us, positive and negative. Negative probably more so because it helps us listen more. I don't know, people are always a bit shaky about saying something negative about a game to other people who love it so much, but honestly, negative stuff is just as useful as the positive, because you can say, yeah, I love chickens, but then you're like, no, I don't like the chickens because they bend weirdly, or something like that.
Daco asks if there's see the improvements to the
lighting system.
Obviously, you can't see them now, obviously, but I think if you were to read the blog,
yeah,
I think
that's out. Our
rendering god. Shout out to the rendering guys if they're watching. They make us look good. He's done a blog post on the improvements, and there's definitely been an improvement to the lightings in that system.
Yeah. So dude, say check out that dev blog,
Yeah.
our blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the
Yeah. There's a lot of good information in there, but if you want more specific questions, then ask. Obviously, I think you can reply on the blog. You can always reply in the forum. Anyway, so yeah, moving on. Ta-da! So this is a cool drum. This is an interactive thing. I won't tell you how it interacts because I don't think that video has gone out yet. What video?
I think it might have done.
I can't remember.
It might have done, yeah. So I think this is an example of like again, as I say, kind of reflecting the cultures in the game and from around the kind of drawing from places that we recognise, from our world and from the past. This is one of the Pan-Asian type Satsu drums, or is it Zoo? I can't remember. But this is one that we wanted to create some larger scale showpiece assets. So like the throne that you saw before, and this one, we want items that you can literally sell a room. You can build a room around, or and so we've put more effort into those large pieces that people can use to decorate a place. But that's not to say, some of the stuff that people create from the parts that we give them are amazing. I've seen some amazing kind of church organs and grand fireplaces made by people just out of parts. So, but putting these in and making them interactive make them more fun as well.
Keyword there is interactive.
No trumpets.
Right, and this is of course. So this is cool. So this actually got a lot of attention when it was first shown.
Sure.
Because it's cool looking. It is. And I mean, obviously, I think some people here might particularly like female cats. I don't know who.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know someone who likes female
cats? For some reason, yeah.
But it's really, really awesome concept art. That shows like an awesome robe. I won't tell you the name of it. I think we were calling it a kimono or something, which is a very kind of stylized of what it is.
So we were experimenting with some female-specific outfits. A lot of costumes are made that can work across, and male and female. But I mean, there's nothing to stop one of the guys wearing this as well if they want to.
Absolutely, I tried it.
It is available to both genders, but we wanted to create some items that they dress up. I mean, this one actually does fill into one of the race archetypes, but these are good fun costumes. I think there's a few more that have gone out list as well in the past.
No, there is actually a follow-up on this. It actually shows this.
That's right. Yes, of course.
Yeah, so you get to see all this, but I can see a few people here saying like it's really awesome. Deco says I still hope for Ronin samurai kind of style armor.
I think there is something already in there like that.
There is some cool helmets that are very much like that.
There's that giant helmet, looks like a samurai, based on the samurai helms.
I hope that makes you happy. Yeah. But so there's this, and this is kind of how it looks like.
Yeah. I think you see one of the new hairstyles there as well.
Yeah. See what we're talking about? Customization. So that's, I guess, a good example of showing like how we think it'll look like, and then having it actually kind of there.
Yeah.
Kind of just visually there.
I think it helps now. So with the eye styles in there as well, you can make yourself so much more kawaii. As I saw somebody post on chat, or you can go all the way down to a mean look or a neutral look. And again, we plan to expand upon those as
definitely.
well.
Yeah, it's like, as we were saying earlier on about races and stuff, the amount of customization we can create for those is just amazing. Because each race is different. Like snouts on the cats. Like, see here, they could easily. Sorry, I get words. But yeah, this is awesome. I really like this. And you guys should hopefully be seeing it in a very specific video series.
Yeah, to answer Draco, so I think that some changes coming to the future means that you will be able to express yourself without the worry of specifics.
And hello, specifics. Noir Bunny. Yeah. It's just quoting you there. Yeah, I mean, we want people to feel cool and wear what they kind of want to wear. Yeah, read into that what you will. Moving on. So this is the last bit of concept art, and I think it's an absolutely amazing
it's very
one.
Cool.
Video people did some stunning work. making it kind of animated.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept itself was awesome as well. And then they just brought it to life a little, or unlife. There's a scary kind of green thing showing there. I kind of pointed to the thing, but I should really be going that way.
Yeah, shout out to Nick, to our concept artist, for doing this. He does some of the most fantastic illustrations.
He really,
he really does.
I remember he told me he did something really quick, and I was like, "Oh, that's really awesome." And he was like, "I just threw it together." And I was like, "That's so good."
So again, this is a promo piece, which kind of is it's a way, and it's a way of internally of expressing some of the feelings we're trying to get with the game moving forward. I think this may or may not appear as a set that you could wear.
Maybe
potentially.
You'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll look just as cool, right? I mean, again, it's kind of given that feel of kind of magical.
And again, I mean, you can see just this is got more of the Baron Samedi.
Yeah, definitely.
New Orleans. I can't remember what it's called. What's the fate called in New Orleans? I can't remember what it's called.
Which?
I can't remember the one in New Orleans. The kind of like Day of the Dead type thing. No idea. You got no idea, have you? You're not helping at all.
I'm not helping.
Yeah. So again, it's drawing from different cultures and their different uses of magic. So again, we just got a great large variety of looks that people can.
I'm sure someone on chat will say it.
Yeah, and it's also witch doctors. Yeah. This also feels slightly raw-boned in its own way as well.
Oh yeah, with the mask.
Yeah.
The face. And also the hand as well. Well, it's a glove. It's got that cool clawed kind of bone-like thing. I guess we'll just leave that up there while we talk.
Sure.
So that's the concept part. Now we have run over a bit, so it's up to you if you want to carry on.
Yeah, I can carry on.
Cool. In which case we will just double
I've
check.
got to leave at past. Boomkin.
Okay, well
Pick up my car from the garage.
sure. So this is where I guess I kind of just interview and put him on the spot a bit. Who is, of course, obviously Pesty, our wonderful art director here at Radiant Worlds, for working on us with SkySaga Infinite Isles. Good lord. So if you have any specific questions for him, now is the amazing time to do it. While I ask him, so what does an art director mean? What do you do?
Right. So, so an art director, well, on this project, is responsible for the overall vision for the game. So it's my role to establish the visual style and design of the game, to maintain it and to better it as we move forward, and to champion it within everything else in the game.
Yeah.
At the same time, to set the quality and the production rate, and to work with the design directors and the technical directors to make sure that everything fits in the design and fits the technical spec of the game. So you can produce nice art, but you have to make sure it works in those two areas. So I work in all areas: concept, UI, environment, animation, rendering, special effects, branding, marketing materials, and also responsible for the employment of staff and the upkeep of staff and making sure everybody's happy. And making sure I'm kind of collaborating between everybody. So on a day-to-day basis, that's more working with individual artists and providing feedback. Sometimes that's small doodles and sketches. Sometimes it's paint-overs if I'm working with particular fields.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's kind of it can be inspiring, or just having conversations and getting people involved. I mean, it's a collaborative thing.
Definitely, yeah.
So the art director's role is important, but you've got to have a good team. And like I said before, I've got a great team of art ninjas and support staff, and the whole studio collaborates on making the art look good. It isn't just the art team; everybody contributes. And as I say, the rendering team make us look good as well.
Definitely.
So that's kind of a ballpark, but yeah, that's
that's good. That's a good answer. So I'll ask the next question, but also ties into Val's question, because my question was, how did you join Radiant Worlds? But Val's question is, how long have you been an art director?
I'm incredibly old, actually. I've actually been in industry 20 years, and I'm probably about 18 of those years, 17 of those years I've been an art director. So,
oh wow, okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's a great role. It's great working within art. I'm a very creative person. I don't think I've ever grown up. I love
growing up's overrated.
I love Imagineering, cheesy term.
Imagineering
things.
That's cool.
And it's critical to the role, I think. But I also like working with fantastic artists. And I'm kind of very fortunate to be able to do that on this project. So when did I join? Was it the question? When did I join?
How did you join Radiant
How did I join Radiant Worlds? So I was on SkySaga from the very beginning. I think, what was that? 4 years ago that was. And literally it was a very small team, less than a handful of people. And yeah, just expanded from there really.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I hope that answers your question, Val. It answers mine. Let me just double check here. Jay Truman. I'll read this out because it's a bit funny. It says basically, if you're working on a video game and there's a guy standing behind you going, it's more often than not the art director.
Oh man, thanks Jay. Yeah, that is me.
And then he does a little doodle for you, so you know what you've done wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Jay. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, yeah. So I don't need to worry about that. We already covered it. Chat's good. We don't have a lot of time. All right, we'll skip ahead a bit.
Skip to the good bit.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what. Well, you've got that book, right, and that stuff.
Oh yeah, which one? The art book or the doodle book? The art book.
Do both if you want.
Both.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so. We've spoken a lot about like he says like doodles and stuff, and how long he's been working on the project. And I was going to ask questions like what was the process behind and stuff. But I guess you could do that actually by showing the book and the process. So yeah.
So this can you guys see this? I don't have it live here.
I can make you. I'll hide this.
Yeah.
And I'll make you bigger.
Oh God.
Hold up, book.
So this was produced.
Just so you can see it better. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, this was produced at the very beginning of the project. I put this together, and it shows some of the very, very early work. I don't know how much you guys have seen this before, but this was one that look, he's there. See, special. So this was initial kind of mood boards, kind of animatics we produced. It actually kind of turned into an animatic that kind of progressed the story of how we wanted the game to feel. Obviously, it's very, very early state. Be on your island, find a portal, go on adventures, find loot, kill things, come back, expand your island. I'd like to claim I did these pieces of art. I didn't. This was one of our concept artists. And how much you can still see that. So yeah, we're talking about the very beginning. So yes, back a bit. So these early character designs, this was, I think, what I'd like to call the eureka moment. We went through quite a few iterations of how the characters could look in this world. We did with a very, 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 very stylized, kind of blocky world, and trying to find something that fits with that doesn't, we want something organic, but not so organic that it feels out of place with something, where essentially a step is like, half a meter high. So coming up with a style of characters that were kind of fitted with that, and this guy was one of the first. And as you can see from the very beginning, this was drawing from a look of cultures that live at very high altitudes, and are quite nomadic, and quite colourful. So that was kind of worked really well with Sky Islands, where again people are flying around on airships and they're hanging off the edge of kind of floating rocks in the sky. So honestly it carries on and on. Just these are the iterations that we go through, and you can see like eye styles here.
Just very quickly, people want you to. They're all making jokes because you're giant, so it's like you're gonna roar.
Yes, I am rather large on screen. It's quite disturbing. So that just shows you kind of the process we go through. I think this was an early. These two were early kind of mood pieces. They're a bit far away, but these two here were kind of some of the first environments we painted up. Again, one of our great concept artists painted these up, and they gave a good feel for what we wanted to do with like how we could, alter environments by making them more colourful or adding greenery. So
yeah,
yeah. So that gives a bit of background. I have my doodles, but they're kind of pale in comparison to the stuff that's in here, really.
That's right. I might have to return you to normal size then.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you just for us?
Oh, my hands disappear. That's rubbish.
Ah. do. Put that one. That's fine. Alright, yeah, cool. So, I mean, people are really excited about the book. Like, really excited about the book.
Sorry.
So that's quite like Boomkin and his Hobbit size.
I mean,
thanks, Arrow.
Honestly, there is so much artwork that we have.
Yeah.
We have like, I mean, if you think about the amount of items we have, the amount of things, sort of things that we've either had many iterations of. So like when you think of something like the airship, there are a number of concepts used to create that, and the things that have never been seen. We also have like things that have never made it through development, and things that were early development that were just there to progress the development forward. I'm a massive fan of art books, and it's kind of great to show off some of the great work that the guys have done. So, hopefully one day, fingers crossed, we can put out some. I guess in the meantime, keep looking at the social media posts for stuff we put out.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. The game has been developing and changing a lot. Some things don't make it. An example, I know that Kronos VII mentioned this because he played Alpha 1 with me.
Sure.
Is that way earlier on, we actually managed to find out that there are, and this is like really old now, it's no longer relevant, so please don't quote me on this, is that there was like little classes you could be. Like one of them was like an Aquanaut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, that's right. It was in the Chronicle, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Like many moons ago. And
I think we actually produced concept art for all those as well.
Yeah, but that's just an example of, I guess, the game developing and things not making it.
Oh, it's Kia Spartans
But,
as well.
Oh, that guy. Oh, I've still left you as a mod. I need to change that. I mean, what? But yeah, so it's awesome to see like so many things like get kind of brought up. I think one of the interesting concepts I ever saw was the Voxlings one, because we all know what like the Voxlings and the Mind Critters look like now, but some of the concepts were like
there's a whole sheet of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, like some of them just like one giant eye.
Yeah, there's probably about a sheet of about 30 ideas.
Yeah,
we kind of honed it down to one at the time, and then we had to move on to something else. But yeah,
so
there's a lot of concept art.
I can imagine like the process that you like go through to like look at all these like 30 choices you've got and think that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it must be a really hard.
You always want to come back and do the others again at some point. A lot of times, sometimes you'll draw from. So sometimes it isn't just the one. You'll draw from a number of concepts, and like I like the eyes of that one. I like the legs of that one. You kind of
merge them together, yeah, to get the final thing. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I remember when I first went up there and we saw all the concept stuff, and I thought that's really cool. I imagine if the Voxling did have just one giant eye and was like floating or something. Yeah, so it's awesome to see and to see it go through all things. Like whenever you see something like this here, like is a good example. I imagine because you said earlier on you're gonna have it so it like kind of just walked around on the spot. So yeah, it's awesome to see that all these things happen. And
I think
there's a process.
Generally, the stuff you can imagine, people want to do, but it is always great looking at what the community put in forums and what they create on their islands as well. I think I'm quite fortunate to I get the opportunity to look at all the screenshots and videos of the community creations. Yeah. So I see a lot of work made by people, and it's really inspiring stuff. The amount of times I'll literally do like a screenshot from, I'll do a snipping tool from, it could be an architectural feature, and I'll just do a grab and I'll send it over to the designers and artists, say check out the way this guy's done an archway or a tower. There's a lot of great work done by the community themselves. So.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I guess because you've got 5 minutes to go get your car.
Yeah.
You can totally do that, right? I guess this is where we'll wrap her up. I know you guys were talking a lot, guys, and I appreciate they're all there. I am periodically looking over, and I know Pesty, of course, is reading it as well. And there's tons of questions. So I would say, hold on to those questions and stuff, and ask them for the next time we do another Q&A, because we will. RW Arrow has followed us. I can't believe you weren't following us. You're a mod in our chat. But here, just for you, some confetti.
Nice.
On Dragon Ult. Sorry, I missed a few people. Here you go, guys, some confetti, because you're awesome. But yeah, so we've answered a ton of questions, shown an awesome concept. Got to see an awesome book, which, to be honest, I didn't even know existed until you walked in with it. So if you could just leave that here.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I'll look after it. Me and my good friend, Eus Baeus. But yeah, so thank you all for asking your questions. Any questions that we didn't answer, please just hold on to them, because we will, when we know more and we have more concrete kind of information to share, we will share them. So until RW Crest is more giant pesty. Alright.
No.
One last time.
So disturbing.
And then I'll go really small.
I can always pick you up. Can I pick you up?
No.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed being here with us, guys, and learning some more about kind of what we're doing with beta plans, and what we're answering good questions and showing off cool, awesome things, and just seeing some silly things as well, because that's just the way we kind of are. Yeah. But seriously, thank you all, and for everyone who followed and stuff. And we do have another stream for Wednesday on Facebook Live. The information that's on the forum, and I'll be updating what that reveals, because it reveals a brand new kind of feature very soon. I'll probably update that tomorrow, so you'll get to see what that is.
Cool.
But from myself, Boomkin, and Pesty here, our wonderful art director, I guess this is goodbye for now. Until next time, obviously.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Goodbye, everybody. We're gonna go now while I reach for the stop button over here. Look, there it is.